Yeah, I do want to read the statement by Ruby Franke's lawyer because, I have a lot of like thoughts churning in my head about Ruby Franke. And, it's like, well, maybe she's doing this plea deal because she's realized that she's really done something wrong. She's guilty. She's culpable for all of this, or like most of it or some of it. And that maybe she wants to spare her children having to go into court and testifying against their own mom. Right. But then there's also her possibly just saying like, oh my God, like the public is turning on Jodi Hildebrandt. Maybe I should take this opportunity and do the same, or it could just be a culmination of all four of them, maybe some of them, two of them, three of them, right? It could just be a little bit of everything. But I do want to see what she's going to personally say about, where her responsibilities end when it comes to what happened to her kids and, with Jodi Hildebrandt. I hope she does take full responsibility, but I just want to, I don't know, like, what is she going to say? Like, oh, I was under the spell of Jodi Hildebrandt. Like, yes, I'm a grown woman, but like, we all knew like deep inside of Ruby Franke, she already had some, like she was already doing some really weird punishing techniques when it came to her children. One of the biggest red flags for me is withholding food from your children. I feel like when we look at very severe child cases, most of it usually starts with withholding food from their children, where it's like, oh, you can't eat because you have to do X, Y, and Z first, or this is my food. Don't you dare steal from my food. And then when the children gets really hungry and they go to take care of themselves and get food, they're punished heavily for that. Like, I don't know, the food withholding thing is just a really fucked way to just punish your kids. But, we all knew that Ruby Franke had like a little bit of like weird tendencies to do weird punishments towards her kids. So like for her to go, this extreme with Jodi Hildebrandt, like, is it hard to believe? I mean, not really, in my opinion. But I do want to read this really quickly. Let me get the statement from Ruby Franke's camp. There you go. I'm going to zoom in. So this is from the legal team that's representing her. Woodward Law is making a statement on behalf of Ruby Franke regarding the pending charges in the Washington County 5th District Court, along with her thoughts about her current family situation. Our client is working with the prosecutor's office and anticipates resolving this matter quickly by entering a plea agreement with the court on Monday, December 18th. In quotation mark. Ruby Franke is a devoted mother and is also a woman committed to constant improvement. Okay. Initially, Ms. Franke believed that Jodi Hildebrandt had the insight to offer a path to continual improvement. Ms. Hildebrandt took advantage of this quest and twisted into something heinous. Over an extended period, Ms. Hildebrandt systematically isolated Ruby Franke from her extended family, older children, and her husband, Kevin Franke. Yes, but like she agreed to it. Like, come on, she agreed to this. This prolonged isolation resulted in Miss Franke being subject to a distorted sense of morality shaped by Miss Hildebrandt's influence. During Ruby Franke's incarceration in Washington County Jail over the past few months, she has actively engaged in an introspection that has allowed her to reset her moral compass and understand the full weight of her actions. Miss Franke is committed to taking responsibility for the part she played in the events leading up to her incarceration. Okay. Demonstrating a sincere dedication to personal growth and rehabilitation. She has actively begun the process by reaching out to members of her family. Through a heartfelt apology, she seeks to mend relationships and contribute positively to the healing journey of her family. I mean, honestly, at the end of the day, I want the best for her because what's best for her is best for her family. You know, like I hope that like if she has really changed, I hope she's able to mend her relationships with her children if they want that. I don't know. I hope I'm wishing the best on her. Like, I don't want her to like burn and fucking die for this shit. Right. But at the same time, like, you know, I'm very curious to see like how much responsibility she's going to like say she had. I don't want her to just be like, oh, I was brainwashed by Jodi. Like I was just brainwashed, you know? But yeah, we'll see. Ruby's aware that Kevin Franke has filed for divorce. While she's devastated by this news, she acknowledges and understands his anger and reasoning. Despite the pain, she respects his decision and remains hopeful that with time, she can contribute to rebuilding trust and fostering understanding within their family. Ruby has offered her full cooperation to help the children reunite with their father. I don't know. I just feel so bad for the young kids. I don't know. It's tough. Windward Law recognized the profound love that Ms. Franke holds for her children. We're genuinely saddened that she found herself in this challenging path under the influence of Ms. Hildebrandt. It is our firm belief that Ms. Franke is a devoted mother who unfortunately was led astray. She's sincere in her commitment to securing the best possible future for her family, and we remain hopeful that with the right support and understanding, she can navigate a path of healing and growth. Yeah, that's That's the quotes right there. I don't know. I'm like, we'll see.